What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode with AB Investments. It's a 3-day weekend. Didn't want to go and do a live to take much of you guys' time. This is family time, and it should be family time. And this is just an update on what's happening. Two things we want to cover, guys, is one, the hype is real about what's gonna happen next week. We had a lot of contracts, like over 100. Comfortably to 120,000 contracts or calls that went in the money by the end of Friday. So we're looking at Tuesday, Wednesday, perhaps maybe Wednesday, because Monday is not a market day. So by the time they process it on Tuesday, I think by Wednesday we're expecting, again, this is not financial advice, guys, but you should be expecting some major moves going up. Another thing I want you guys to also know is that I've had this theory about this level 2 data numbers were looking very odd for the last at least month or so. Numbers just don't make sense. A lot is getting routed to the dark pools. That's something we know of. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that, and from that point we can move forward. A major thing I want to cover as well is I'm getting some questions about Al from Boston and all that stuff. So I've seen one of his videos, which was the latest one. It was an AMC update. Came out today, I think, at some point. And here's my thing. I appreciate like some of the things that Al, if you listen to this, maybe this could give you one or two points about what's happening. But I appreciate some of the things you say as far as, making a movement and calling you congressmen and lawmakers and all that stuff. I totally agree with you. Keep everybody aware. Media sources, all that makes sense, my friend. The problem is, Al, you're coming off and forward and you're demanding these things, and you're asking, and you're kind of are trying to put the ball in other YouTubers' court, saying that they all should join you with their little clique or something. Like, you're looking down on people, whether you are or not. That's just the way you talk. I suggest that you definitely go ahead and reevaluate exactly your communication skills. Another thing, Al, before any of us can trust you and kind of like go forward with you or trust what you're saying, you got to address the past, my friend. You have to address the past. You can't just, what happened. I see it from you. Like, if you want people to trust you, people to just like trust you rather than just listening to what you have to say that could be good for the squeeze or not. I'm pretty sure people are listening for some info, and that's good. You have some good info, but in order for us to trust you, my friend, you personally have to address that stuff. Whether we all know that it happened and whatnot, but you have to address that stuff. You got to form in other words, you got to forge that, or gain that trust that we gave you, or the community have given you before, and you got to earn that trust back. Until then, you can't come out and just demand this and say this, or have a voice within the community, because you left the community. And it's okay. We all welcome everybody back. I mean, at the end of the day, the community is not for just one person, or nobody decides what. But at the end of the day, this whole thing is about trust, my friend. And the community has to trust you again. And you haven't done a good job, I think, on forming that trust. Besides that, if you got something good to offer to the table or bring to the table, I speak for myself, not for everyone. I wholeheartedly welcome that. It's good to have more people on our side. Doesn't matter in what way or shape or form, than to be against us. But it's all that can work only within the parentheses of trust. So we need that trust back, Al. Now, moving forward from that, because again, this is just addressing one thing. The major thing to look forward to is, again, like we mentioned, next week, what you could expect as far as movement. Be ready for all the fake attacks. Be ready for obviously the whole pump and then little dump and then all the shills coming in, and you're gonna have people saying this is over and all that stuff. Guys, we've been through a year and a half. Again, I'm not influencing anybody to buy or sell or to hold to a certain level or not. You do what you got to do. But my job, or what I'm doing, is getting you well informed to possibly make the best decision you personally think you can make, from adding all the information from all around. Obviously, I'm not a one-stop shop. No one is. This is the stock market and this is life as well. So at the end of the day, you got to make your well or best informed decision based on all the information you gather around from everywhere. You can't just get one source and just run away with it. Again, because this is your financial life, and this is your life, and your loved ones rely on it. So I get it and I feel it. So you got to be ready for that. Now, don't worry too much. Again, enjoy the rest of the weekend. We got a lot of good stuff to look forward to. As for the ones that sold and thought that they were going to buy back at a lower price, you got decisions to make. You got decisions to make. You made that cup and you got to drink from it. And like I said, you got decisions to make. Whether you want to jump back in at a higher price, whether you don't want to jump in, whether you want to let it go, whether you still want to hold to your guns and expect it to go up low again and buy back in at that time. Again, it's up to you. Watch out for all the other plays that might randomly just pop up, just to sway you away from obviously looking at the real deal. I'm not gonna suggest what the real deal is or whatnot. Again, I'm looking out for myself. So in that regard. So yeah, people, that's your update for the weekend. No offense to no anyone. I just want to do good. I don't want to do bad. Hopefully you're having a great time with your family. And once again, guys, much love, AB Investments.